Okay, everybody. So first step, if you've already selected your meditation music, which I really implore you to do so, you can also do this in absolute silence. But personally, I find picking a resonant meditative track, a certain frequency, really helps me get into these elevated headspaces that I can't get to otherwise. So once you've picked out your track, I invite you to find a comfortable place to just sit back, relax, and just breathe for a couple seconds. I know we usually do this in such a way where when we breathe in, we're imagining something, but I actually really just want you to just breathe, just exist, right? We're not going to turn our attention anywhere other than just taking a couple deep breaths in and feeling the way that our body almost like sinks in relief at this deep breath. And on a psychology level, we actually do know that taking a deep breath signifies to our brain when we have anxiety or other things that are telling us that imminent danger is near. We know that this deep breath helps our body signify that we are safe. And that's really what I want you all to sink into. The first feeling I want you all to explore is a feeling of safety. And as you breathe in, try to see if you can pull in just a little bit more air on this next breath and just hold it for a couple seconds. And then just exhale with complete relief. Feel your shoulders sink, feel your body melt into whatever it is that is supporting you, and give your gratitude to whatever that is. If it's your bed, if it's a chair, whatever it is, and just breathe deep and melt into it. Feel your weight supported by this object, this thing, this energy, even with your eyes closed, might as well be. Sink into it. Sink into the steadfastness of the support beneath you and let your body just relax. And again, if you're struggling, try to just take a little bit of a deeper breath, hold it at the top, and relax. Just exhale. Exhale out all those worries, all that stress. We're leaving it behind. We're leaving any of the stress behind in 2025. We can generate new stress in 2026. Okay? Just breathe in. Inhale that abundance, that gratitude, that goodness, and then exhale out any and all things that are holding you back from being fully in the moment right now. And just lean into it. And for our first exercise, I want you to imagine that the steadfast support beneath your body that you're melting into is an embrace. Now you could imagine this embrace as the loving energy of the earth supporting you. You might feel it as just a feeling of love, or for some of you, as I say this, it may take the shape of a particular spirit or deity. Whatever it is, this is something or someone that makes you feel safe. And as you breathe deep, I want you to lean into that feeling of safety, security. And I want you to hear these words echo from the presence that supports you as you hear them say, I've got you. You don't need to worry. All is as it must be. Just relax. You don't need to do it all on your own. You don't need to carry all of this into the new year. Let us take care of this. Let me take care of this. The universe is so much bigger than we as humans have the ability to comprehend. And when I say that, I mean all of us collectively right now, regardless of our origins, are having a human experience. That is what this is. We're having a human experience right here, right now. But when we get in touch with these higher frequencies and these higher beings, it allows us to transcend a lot of which usually drags us down in that human experience. Doubt, fear, worry, anything holding you back from being authentically you. I want you, if you aren't already conversing with a presence steadily, you can pick one. Whoever you think feels safest, whoever feels most resonant right now, don't think too hard about it. And just ask them to take it from you. Ask for their help. Say, I'm struggling to let go of this. I need your help. Can you please take this off my shoulders? And just in that next breath, really breathe deep and sink into the support of, again, whatever you're laying on, whatever you're sitting in. And just feel their presence as they accept. And they just simply lift it. You may literally feel your shoulders get lighter in this moment as it is just lifted right off your shoulders. And this next breath in, make it the deepest one yet as you just feel absolutely like you are reveling in this lightness you have gained. And know this is not a heavy burden for who you have asked help from. This is effortless for them. Helping you is effortless. This is what they are made to do. They are a part of your team. So just breathe deep, and if you have a little bit more that's coming up right now, then just graciously allow them to lift it. Allow them to lift it off your shoulders, to take it away. And you may see flashes or visions or different types of markers of what these things are, or you may not. But remember that your conscious mind does not have to perceive what you are letting go of in order for it to be let go of. Most of our blocks are in our subconscious, and that is where other beings thrive. That is where they do most of their work with us. So when we surrender it to them, we trust that it's taken care of. And we're going to go a level deeper here. 2 levels deeper specifically. First and foremost, the first level deeper that I want you to go is I want you to think of something that you currently feel is your responsibility to take care of, that is really stressing you out, or some project that you really want to complete but feels way too big, something that you really genuinely feel like is causing a weight on your chest. Not just internal blocks, but like something you actually have to do in the physical world. And if you'd like to continue working with the same being, you can. At any point, if you would like to call in external help, you're welcome to for this. But I want you to turn to them and ask them if they could help you with this. And see what they say. The response may not come in words, it may come in visions, it may come in a feeling, but remain open and receptive to this experience, even if you feel nothing. I can see in the energy of everyone present, though, that the answer is affirmative for every single one of you, even if you're unable to hear it. Surrender the worry to them. In fact, make it an offering. This is not an offering like an offloading. This is an offering of vulnerability. And that's something that we need to maintain when we work with these kinds of beings, is we need to maintain a level of vulnerability to say, this is what's on my shoulders right now. This is what I'm struggling with in my human experience. And it's a little too heavy for me right now. I could really use a bit of help. And then we remain open to help coming in ways that we don't understand. When we are assisted, we have to remember that help comes in unexpected ways, and sometimes true help in the name of our highest good can look like shutting doors. It can look like bad things, quote unquote, happening. So in this moment, as you take your next breath in, I want you to sink into that acceptance feeling. Accepting that you are receiving help, that everything is taken care of, even if it's not in the way that you would have imagined it. And I want you to try to just sink into this feeling. Imagine it like a glowing golden light enveloping you right now. This certainty that everything is working out in your favor. It's guaranteed, actually. And you might ask, why is that guaranteed? What have I done to deserve that? In turn, I would say, my friend, you're simply just loved. You are literally just loved. And there's nothing you need to do to earn that. Love is your birthright. It's as natural as breathing for us, and it is natural as breathing for them. There is no earning love. It is the most powerful magic that we have, truly. We hear it all the time, but right now, I want you to experience that for yourself. And so I want you to imagine this feeling of love, either that you have for this being or that they have for you. Imagine it as this glowing, warm, vibrant energy that is just going to completely swaddle you. And if you're struggling, imagine yourself softening. Let the walls of your heart lower and let yourself soften. And even if you are feeling something, see if you can soften a little more. Be a little more vulnerable. Allow them to see parts of you that you have never showed anybody. This is what intimacy is really about. And when we talk about intimacy with the divine, this is what it's really about. Allowing love to reach parts of you that you wouldn't show anyone else, or maybe that you would struggle to show someone else, and allowing them to be loved in turn. In a way, this is also an act of love towards yourself. And if you are someone that struggles with self-love, I highly encourage you to lean into all the things you already do for yourself without even realizing it. You showed up tonight. That's an act of self-love. Because who else are you doing this for if not for you? If you've cleaned your room today, if you've brushed your teeth, if you've gotten dressed, that's an act of self-love. That's taking care of yourself because no one likes doing those things. Maybe some people do, but not many. Right? It's an act of self-love. And even if you like doing it, it's especially an act of self-love then. As we begin this new year, we're all, of course, going to be thinking about all that's yet to come because 2025 absolutely was an incredibly rough year for anyone and everyone I've talked to. So as you're completely swaddled in this presence, and I'm sure some of you are being taken other places, and that's perfectly okay. Allow them to take you wherever they need, and allow this meditation to take you wherever you need. But for those of you that are still with me, the next thing I want you to do is, now that we have offloaded everything that we do not need to be carrying, we've taken care of the baggage. Now we want to start thinking about, what am I trying to attract this year? Who do I want to be by the end of next year? And instead of thinking about this, I want you to turn your analyzer off. Just for a moment, just have an experience with me. Instead of thinking this answer, I want you to expand your awareness as much as you can, like you're trying to experience the universe. Like imagine your energy just expanding and expanding and expanding. Your light reaching further and further and further out. And then say to the universe, show me. And mean it. Show me. Show me who I could become. Show me the person I was meant to be. Show me all the joy in store for this year. Show me the pain and the ways that it helps me grow. The way that it helped me become that person that I admire so much that lives within me. The person that I may have abandoned in the past, but no longer. The person that I have longed to be, but felt incapable of. Felt like an imposter. Show me who I could be next year, if I but ask for it. If I but say, yes, I am ready. Yes, I am scared, but I'm not going to let that stop me this year. I may be scared, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to be better. I'm going to be a more complete me. I'm going to be a more happy me. I'm going to be a more healthy me, no matter what it takes. I know that there will be pain. I know that there will be discomfort. I know that it will be a struggle. And yet I also understand that it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a struggle. When you understand that every tough, difficult moment brings you closer to the person that you long to be, every trial, as I like to call them, it doesn't hurt as much. Especially when you know that the pain is teaching you and you do not walk alone through it. None of you do. Regardless of your belief system, you are not alone. If you're here, I know that you believe in deities, or at least some form of divine consciousness, but even if you didn't, we are never alone. There's like 7 billion humans on this planet. You never walk alone. And collectively, we are all trying to uplift each other. Even though we struggle, even though sometimes we wish ill on each other, it's just part of the human condition, but collectively, we all want the same thing. We all want to be happy. We all want to be safe. We all want to be taken care of. And in that way, as your light just keeps expanding, I want you to also feel the support and uplifting of all your fellow humans, not just the divine. Collectively wanting the same thing. Collectively wanting to be loved. That's something that we all crave. And if you can, imagine a little ball of light coming out of your chest, of your own love, and sending it back. Sending it out to all of humanity, sharing your love with everybody in your endless generosity as a human. And I want you to feel the way that that collective energy seems to respond. Again, this may come in a vision, it may be a sound, it may be a feeling. Maybe your skin just tingles. But feel the receptiveness. And in this moment, I want you to commit to something for me. With me, I should say. This next year, commit to showing up and sharing that light inside of you and the love you have to share in as large of a capacity as you can, as often as you can, as much as you can. That is your only assignment this next year. Now, this does not mean burning yourself out. This does not mean martyrdom. This does not mean putting yourself second. It's the complete opposite. Because when you put yourself first, and sometimes you have to say no to someone, that is also an act of love. Never deprive someone of their own lessons. If someone is triggered, if someone is struggling, it is not your cross to bear because they are going through their own lesson. You do not need to spare them that pain in order to be loving. In fact, oftentimes the most loving thing we can do towards ourselves is to say no sometimes. And when I say commit to sharing your love and light, I mean any way you can, whether that's speaking your truth, whether that's sharing your love of the divine, whether that's committing to a passion project that you've always wanted to do, but you've been scared. You are not alone. Your only job is to share your love and your light, and I promise you, you will have unconditional divine support. That is what they are here for. That is what they are trying to cultivate in you in the first place. Because you are irreplaceable. You are here for a very specific reason. And right now, I want you to feel that. And for some of you, you may start having a vivid soul remembrance of why you incarnated here. It may not be in totality why, as in your whole purpose, but you may just get a feeling of, right, I am supposed to be here. I chose to be here. I need to be here. And it is painful. And there is a part of me that might be resistant to that idea because it is so painful being here. But I am needed here. Me, specifically. I have something that no one else can offer. And if you need extra encouragement, turn to your support team. Turn to your spirit team right now. Turn to the presence that supported you in the beginning and look at them and feel the energy that they have in response to that. You'd feel the pride glowing out of their chest. The joy in seeing you awaken, in seeing you expand, and seeing you grow. Whoever is with you has walked beside you for quite some time. And they have delighted in every bit of the lows that you have experienced as the highs, not because they like watching you suffer, but because they love seeing you overcome it. Because that is when you shine most brilliantly. And now, right now, everybody, that's just a sweet note to end on. Because we are coming into a new year, I think it's time for a ritual bath purification. And so whoever is accompanying you right now, again, even if you don't know who, just trust that they are there. Even if you can't feel anything, trust that they are there. They're going to take you by the hand and lead you to the springs of Rebirth. A beautiful paradise with trees as tall as skyscrapers that seem to glimmer in the sunlight, like emerald jewels instead of leaves almost. And this gorgeous, pure, sparkling blue pond. This is where we will go to cleanse away that which clings to you and invite in that which actually serves you. And I want you to walk up to the water. Again, they lead you by the hand. You may look down and notice that you are in a state of undress, completely nude as you should be, nothing to hide. You might feel the grass between your toes, springiness, light, airy, maybe a bit of dew on them. And yet no dirt clings to you in this space. Your form shimmers with light, but there are things clinging to it that don't need to be there. You might look down in your arms and see hands that are not yours and not invited, clinging to you, pulling at you. You may feel weight on your shoulders, old traumas and stories about yourself that you've been carrying. You might even see your reflection in the water now as you lean forward and see someone that you don't like. Something that people told you that you were, but you never were. And I want you to reach down and touch the water and watch it ripple and clear as you see yourself as you really are. Beautiful. You are beautiful. You are perfect. And again, if you need reassurance, you turn to your companion, and I promise you they will give it to you. I promise you they will tell you you are perfect. You will feel it in their energy. And now, if you're leaning down in the water, I want you to fully take your first step in, up to your ankles, and just feel the temperature shift on your feet. Feel the cool water. It's almost got this shimmering quality to it, even in feeling. And just wade in. Feel it rise and rise and rise. Feel your skin make contact with that water, the texture changing. And every step in, watch the murkiness float off of you. Feel it leave. Or maybe, if you're more clairaudient, hear the splishing of the water carrying it away. Steam might even rise up. If you're carrying a lot of charge, you might see steam rising off the water as it dissipates. And wade all the way in up to your neck and just breathe deep. You notice your companion will be at your back, holding you steady, supporting you as always. And now I want you to lean back into their hands that are at your back and go weightless as you submerge yourself fully. The final things clinging to you being released as you feel even your hair float and go weightless in this water. You may even choose to open your eyes underwater and just see something if you feel called to. Notice that you're not short on air under here, so feel free to stay in this weightless state, floating in these beautiful purifying waters that are carrying away anything you don't need. And as you see the murkiness in the water, or maybe just feel it floating away from you, notice how it just naturally dissipates, like it was nothing, because it never was. It was only something because you thought it was something, because somebody made you think that it mattered, but it doesn't. It's not who you are. It's somebody wanting you to carry their baggage. Your own bags weigh nothing. So if there's any heaviness clinging to you right now, let it melt away. Any pain in your body, just let it melt away. Let yourself be grounded by the hands on your back, supporting you, keeping you steady, letting their own energy flow into you, which may feel different. And if you're really energetically attuned, you may feel this. In your body itself now will begin to glow with a bit of their energy mixing in. And now I invite all of your spirit team, all of them, to step forward. This may look like elementals. This may look like interstellar beings. This may look like characters that you even recognize from fiction. This may look like deities. It may look like anything. But just let them step forward now. And again, don't try to see them or perceive them or ask them questions right now. They are here to help, not to be interrogated at this moment. They're all going to put their hands on you and imbue you with blessings at this time as you float weightlessly in this pond. And again, if you wish to open your eyes, you can. The water is crystal clear. And these eyes that you have up here are adapted to see under it. But if you don't wish to, or you just want to immerse yourself in the feeling, I encourage you above all else to sink into the feeling as these blessings cover your entire form. And the water almost seems to shimmer with added light, like sunbeams bursting out from under it. As all the space that was left from all these people or things or ideas or stories or thoughts that have been clinging to you are replaced with loving hands, with loving intentions, who are here to support you in particular. You are important because you are you, not because they're there, not because you are loved by them, but because you are you. That alone makes you deserving of what they have to offer. And now, send out your gratitude to them. Send out your gratitude to any and all beings who've helped you on your path, not just above, but also below. Not just here in the astral, but also those who have passed on, those who exist in the earthly realm that are helping you now to achieve that which you want to achieve, people that are important to you. Send out your gratitude as much as you can. Gratitude heals. Forgiveness heals. Let yourself be healed. And breathe deep and sink into that feeling. So grateful for everyone here today. I am so grateful for every single one of you, to meet you, to know you, to walk on the earth with you. I'm so grateful. And when you're ready, your companion with their hands on their back will gently guide you up, and you will break out of the water. And as you crest across the surface and the air hits your skin, feel how everything looks different. Everything feels different, more inviting, more wonderful, more amazing, more vibrant, more awe-worthy. And just take a minute to observe, just to be. You've got time, you've nowhere else to be. And let that gratitude multiply. Imagine it like waves of energy reverberating out of your body, and see how the environment almost seems to turn to you with a smile. Every tree, every ripple in the water, every rock seems to smile back at you. The world is a friendly place. We live in a kind universe. These are beliefs, but they are beliefs that will heal you. Beliefs that will let you live your life in a way where you are able to soar to greater heights than the rocks that were tied to your ankles before. And I want to give you a bit of time just to sink into whatever happens next in silence as I work through your energy. Maybe you want to talk to your companion and spend some time with them. Maybe you just want to float in the water. Maybe you want to dunk under one more time and look for something that you missed before. But take your time to explore this space for a couple minutes while I work with your energy. All right, everybody. I'm going to gently pull you from wherever you are right now. And I'm going to start grounding you slowly back into your body. The goal with these meditations and these activations is to not leave behind what we learn and what we feel there, but rather to really integrate it with our human forms. Because these experiences are somewhat separate in terms of how and where we experience them, but we ourselves are not, until we make them separate. So right now, I want you to wrap up whatever it is you're doing, and remember, you can come back here anytime on your own. Put the track back on, and this particular meditation you may revisit, also via wherever I'm going to upload it, so don't even worry. And just thank them. Thank everyone present for everything they've shown you, given you, have shown you, have given you, and will continue to give you, and will continue to show you. Say thank you from your chest, from your energy. And let that thank you reverberate outwards, and allow yourself to receive their thank you. Wonderful. There truly is no glorious energy like gratitude. All right. And now, I want you to bid them goodbye. Give their hand one last squeeze if you're still holding it. And just kind of slowly let yourself float away. Sink down, down, down. You might see them wave you goodbye. All your team's waving you goodbye. Really, it's see you soon. You know, they're never really gonna leave. Don't worry. And float down, down, down. Back to your body. I'm even realizing for some of you, there may be a companion or two following you back down. That's wonderful. Let them come with you. Sink. Feel yourself grow heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. Until your spirit, with all the knowledge, information, and experiences you've gained, settles back into your earthly vessel, your body. And I want you to feel that, like you start to begin gaining awareness of the insides of your arms or your legs. I want you to wiggle your hands and wiggle your toes and feel the spirit within that had all those experiences moving with it, willing them to move. The person you are up there is not different than the one you are down here. They are one and the same, and they are equally as miraculous. Let your energy fill up this whole body as you settle in and just move a little bit. You might feel called to stretch slightly. And save opening your eyes for last. I know some of you may have already done so, but if possible, get in touch with what your body feels like before you open your eyes. And when you are ready, when you feel thoroughly integrated with your body, your energy body and physical body both, go ahead and slowly open your eyes. And I want you to see the world around you in a new light. Notice how things might look different. Little things jumping out at you that didn't before. Maybe things just look brighter. You just feel lighter. Things look better than they did when you left. And if you feel called to, if you feel able to, just give a little smile to yourself. A smile for all the gratitude of the experience that you had, a smile for those who accompany you, who may be beside you right now, who actually are always beside you right now, I should say. And just let yourself be full of that giddiness, that joy of connection with yourself in particular. Fully reborn, ready for the new year. And I want you to think this or say this out loud with me, but this is going to be a good year. Not because of what happens, but because I decreed it so, so I will make it so. You have the power for this. You always do, and you always have, and you always will. This will be your year because you will make sure that it is so, because you know you're not alone, and you know that anything thrown your way, you are fit to handle. You are powerful, you are loved, you are supported. Your light is needed here, right now. And you spread this light in everything you do. Whether it's experiencing joy, whether it's indulging in your hyperfixation and telling someone about it that really lights you up. Never apologize for the things that light you up. Goodness, I'm so sorry for that, everybody. I guess that was confirmation. A massive firework just went off. That scared me. All right, everyone. This closes this week's Wednesday activations. So if you need a little bit more time to integrate, or if you do not wish to join discussion, you're welcome to hang out in here as long as you need, or exit the call, whatever you need. For those of you that want to do discussion, I will meet you in events. And for those of you who don't want to discuss out loud, you're also welcome to share anything you experienced in spiritual discussions. I love you all, and I will see you shortly. Bye-bye.